Hi, I'm Kacper. I'm going to give you a quick overview over AOE's product suite. As some of you might know, AOE is a company that set out to shape the future of digital commerce at airlines and airports, and today we're going to obviously focus at the airline part. When we talk about our product suite, we always try to approach things from the customer perspective. Because customers today, as you all know, they expect not to be treated as cargo that's being transported from A to B, but actually as people who expect a seamless and consistent end-to-end experience that is offering them more than just being transported from point A to point B. And if we look at this, and especially ancillary revenues that we are trying to digitize, a future could look something like this, that no matter whether you are in the booking flow, in your order confirmation email, in your check-in email, or looking at the in-flight entertainment system, you're actually able to access all of the services that the airline offers to you. This might include something like pre-ordering some nice retail items when you're checking in for your flight, choosing the meal that you want to eat at the flight as late as at the gate, or as early as when booking the flight, or something like booking an excursion while you're browsing through the in-flight entertainment system for the destination that you're traveling to. And all of this is something that we want to enable with our product suite. To achieve this, you will need a solution that actually enables you to not only provide a great experience to the customer, but actually translate the operational processes of airlines, which tend to be quite complex, into something as simple as possible and as attainable as possible for customers, that will actually support you in creating these kind of experiences that we're talking about. In the end, what we want to achieve, though, is not only something that is great for your customers, but is also great for you. So the whole idea that we set out to create is actually additional ancillary revenues, like additional food and beverage revenues, retail revenues, or services that you could be offering. And this is not only limited to your own services, but could be services of third parties that you're able to integrate and also deliver to anywhere that your customers are. This will help delight your customers and create loyalty and bind them to you as a lifestyle brand and not so much just a transportation company. In the end, all of this only makes sense if you not only create ancillary revenues, but you actually turn them into ancillary profits. And this can only be achieved if you increase the efficiency of your operational processes and reduce waste along the way. Especially in today's world, a relevant aspect there is the food waste that we're creating and still creating in the industry too much, and inventory that we lose along the way across the long operational supply chains. Now, I know that this might sound very abstract, so I want to give you a more detailed overview over the capabilities of our product and show you the individual items that are included in our product suite. And we look at our product components from three perspectives: the customer, the airline operational staff operating it from the warehouse and the supply chain, and lastly, obviously, your crew. That is actually one relevant aspect in providing these great experiences to customers. But as always, let's start with the customer. The very first part of our product suite is a high-performance front-end framework that is able to work across all devices and any channel. So you can use the exact same experience on the mobile device that the user is using, on their desktop device, or even the in-flight entertainment system, where we are able to seamlessly integrate. All of this is a white label solution that can be very easily and quickly rolled out, so the time to market is very quick, and you can also approach this in a lean startup way almost, where you launch something, you look at it, see how it works, and improve on it without having to sit in endless meetings and discuss how to roll this thing out, because while you were discussing, we were already developing and rolling this out. While it's a white label solution, we also make sure that it's actually being able to be customized to your needs, your corporate design, and the experience that you want to create for your customers. And this not only includes the design that we are able to adapt, but actually the content of the sites. We have a highly sophisticated search and recommendation engine that is able to provide your customers the recommendations that are tailored to their needs. So if we see that someone is a luxury shopper and a repeat luxury shopper, obviously we will tend to recommend items to them that are in the high-end segment and will be more interesting to them than, more cheap items or irrelevant discount items to that specific customer. This helps you increase your pre-order quota because you're able to communicate offers to customers in advance, and will help you convert them into actually paying customers and not only, let's say, newsletter recipients. All of this is actually only relevant when you expand the range that you're offering beyond the typical duty-free range that you can find at any airport nowadays. And one very relevant category are actually premium and luxury items. And these premium and luxury brands, in order to allow you to sell them online, actually expect a certain standard that you're offering to your end customers. And this includes something like shop-in-shop experiences, where some premium brands will only display their items in their own little shop inside of your experience and don't want to be shown just right to, one of their competitors, obviously. And this is something that our content management system that is part of the solution also supports you in, by being able to create any shop-in-shop experience that might be a brand boutique or something like a themed shop. Like, for example, with Singapore Airlines, we are providing a little, they call it shop-in-shop experience that's offering products made in Singapore. And whether, for example, when there's an event like a Formula One race in Singapore, we might have an official store for that race, where we actually, offer very relevant offerings to customers in order to catch their attention and convert them again into paying customers. So all of this is very flexible and, most importantly, luxury ready. Another thing that's very relevant for end customers is being able to be very flexible, not only in where to deliver the items that they're purchasing, but also in answering the question how to actually purchase them. And our solution obviously is very flexible there as well. Customers can either pay with cash when they receive the item, for example, on the plane. They can obviously pre-order by paying with credit card in advance or a wallet payment method, Alipay, WeChat Pay, anything that's relevant nowadays. But most importantly, we can mix all different kinds of payment methods. For example, you can pay for part of your order with credit card and the other part with your loyalty points, which again increases the relevancy of your loyalty system by providing actual relevant ways in order to burn loyalty points and increase the value that customers are getting out of your loyalty program. In order to support all of this, obviously, you have to be able to source all of these products and services that you want to offer to your customers. And for that, we are also providing a sophisticated vendor-agnostic platform that is able to manage products, services from any category within just one interface. And this can include your own supply that you are storing in your own warehouse, but can also include something like onboarding dropshippers that are just providing to you items that you're selling to your customers. And this is very easy to use. Has helped already many customers to optimize their operational processes, optimize the available inventory, so that if you have your own warehouse, you make sure that you only hold exactly as much stock as you need, and you are able to forecast how much stock you might be needing in the future in order to ideally serve your customers. We also optimize the storage and the distribution flows, making sure that items leave the warehouse at the exact point in time that they need to leave it in order to arrive at the customer's lab to fulfill the need of the customer. And this is slightly different when you look at typical product solutions that are out there in the e-commerce space. They all assume it's a typical home delivery situation where you pre-order something, hand it over to a courier service like FedEx or DHL, and they deliver it to the customer's home. And their goal is always to fulfill the order as quickly as possible. While in the airline situation, when you have something like a in-flight delivery where you deliver an item to the customer's lab inside of the plane, you actually want to make sure that the item leaves your warehouse as late as possible. So you really need to have this sophisticated, flexible solution that for cases of home delivery allows you to fulfill the order as quickly as possible, but for cases of an in-flight delivery, you really have this just-in-time fulfillment capability. And as chance happens, our solution provides exactly this. And lastly, we also have this multi-channel capability that helps you to manage all of the sales that are coming in through all of the different channels, like the in-flight entertainment system or even an offline sale, in just one place, and gather all of that data in this one database or this one place that will help you also generate insights about your customers, their behavior and needs, in order to improve on the stock that you're holding or your category management, the products that you're actually offering. Now, as I've mentioned before, one of the most important pieces of a customer in-flight experience is the human part. So your crew plays a crucial role in that. And we set out from the very beginning to actually support the crew as well. That's why we're offering a POS solution that runs a custom-built software on there that helped airlines already increase sales by 50% by providing crews not only the ability to capture the customer's order, but also up and cross-selling suggestions so that your crew can actually, tell what the customer might like, have a quick chat with them, and ideally sell more than they would without that solution. And not only this little helper on the mobile device that the POS solution is something that helps you with this, but also our crew management and incentivation system. Obviously, if you're incentivized to sell more, the service will be better. So this is something our current solution covers as well. Obviously, the same as with any channel, we want to make sure that the customer can pay in any way that they want. So this can be cash, but obviously most customers nowadays prefer a contactless solution, which our POS device is ready to capture. And on that slide, you can see the many different payment methods, and it's just a little peek into what's possible. There are many more that we have to offer. And lastly, again, even on the device, we want to make sure that customers can actually create real value out of the loyalty program and their loyalty points. That's why we also support loyalty burning and mixed payments, where customers can, if they don't have enough loyalty points, purchase an additional sandwich or an additional retail item with a mix of credit card and loyalty points. Now, I've mentioned data in a couple of points already, and I think that in this world where we collect all of this data, we're seeing too often a situation where companies actually create this golden source of information around their customers, but are not digging into it and are not using it efficiently. That's why one of the important things that we always look at is how can we make it as easy as possible for you to actually understand what is happening on the platform, and that's why our analytics module is a very key part of the solution in order to help you provide these great customer experiences. Now, obviously, the customer experience part is the most exciting one, but there's also the boring stuff, like reconciliation, paying your vendors, making sure that everyone gets the correct amount of money, making sure that no inventory is stolen. And we cover that boring stuff as well. It's not as beautiful as looking at nice analytics graphics, but it's also something close to our heart, making sure that we actually improve your operational processes and not only talk about this, and improve the conversion rates of your channels that you're offering to your customers and not only talk about this. Now, a complex solution like this and a solution covering so many aspects you might expect will require a lot of upfront investment. And this is something that might be surprising to some as well, as we're actually offering this as a subscription-based model with a minimum of pre-investment required. And obviously, this is something ideal for the current situation that we're in the market, where COVID has hit all of us in the industry pretty hard, and we are aware that there's just no, free money lying around. And there's the money that you have, you might be spending on other things. So it was important and close to our heart as well to make it possible for as many airlines as possible to actually go into this and use our solution in order to provide these solutions to the customer. And This covers all three aspects that I've mentioned: the customer, the crew, and the operations staff, but also the integrations that are required. So we are obviously a software company and experts in integrating with other systems. So we are also able to integrate with your flight data, retrieving the PNR information around the passenger, being able to integrate into your loyalty system to offer earn and burn, and lastly, the booking channels and in-flight entertainment system that will allow you to actually offer an omni-channel experience. As I've already mentioned, our solution is very modular though. So it doesn't mean that you have to really buy all of it and use all of it always and just, start with this complete complexity of it, but you can pick and choose and look which pieces of the solution are actually relevant to you and will create the most value in the shortest amount of time. So you could do something like just buying our web storefront and starting with a small pre-reserve pilot for pre-reserving some meals on the plane. You might just choose the POS device or just the operational piece. We're very happy to support you in any aspect of your business there. The complete solution is based on a very modern IT stack that I will spare you the details of today, but I'm happy to talk about this at a later stage as well. And as I've already mentioned, we are a software company and we are an agile company, and that agile DNA that we've put into our product solution, we actually also want to put into the way that we're doing business together. So it's not like we just install the software and leave you alone with it and wish you good luck. We actually want to help you make the most out of this. That's why we not only do the installation together. We already start with the strategy and business modeling jointly. We help you choose the correct technology that goes with it. We help you build a real commerce team and share our know-how with them to enable them to actually use the solution in an ideal way. We create go-to-market strategies together and launch the solution. And even then, we don't leave you alone, but we actually help you improve the solution, inspect the data that you're retrieving, and grow it so that you actually not only create a lot of revenue, but can actually make a profit out of this. And while this might sound very theoretical, all of this that I'm talking about is very real. And you might have seen some examples of customers actually running our solution, like the already very famous Singapore Airlines cruise shop solution that we've launched, covering a lot of the features that I've talked about, like the live search, just concept stores I've talked about, shop-in-shop solutions, all of the payment methods I covered, and especially all of the channels that they're selling through. But it's always very easy to, talk about these lifestyle flagship brands. But we're actually very proud in supporting some of the smaller hidden champions in the industry as well. Like, for example, ASL Airlines in France, who are using some of our operational modules to add to their operational excellence. And they're, for example, using our real-time analytics in order to figure out where inventory is lost, and we're able to reduce it to almost zero with this. They're using our order module to fulfill orders just in time, and obviously also our POS solution to not only sell online, but be able to sell any of the services that they onboard onto our platform on board. So you've seen a lot of the capabilities of the product now, and I realize it's a lot to take in. And I would love to come off the stage now and talk to all of you in person, which in the current situation, unfortunately, is not possible. So I'm very happy if you reach out to me on LinkedIn, via email, or since we're omni-channel, any channel that you'd prefer. And let's have a chat about how our product solution can actually help you in increasing your ancillary profits. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully see you soon.